Let's do a comparison, a test, a little bit of a dupe, should I say, for the famous Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation versus the Moisture Macy 24-hour super matte full coverage foundation. I am using about half a pump only on the right side of my face, and then for the left side of my face I'll be using the Estee Lauder. So yeah, like I said, I used half a pump and I'm blending it out with a beauty sponge. This is the only amount of product that I am using. Moisture Macy does have a little bit of a thicker formula than Estee. I'll explain Estee when we get there, but that's why I don't need to use as much product as I would use for the Estee. So now I'm just using a sharper side of a beauty sponge just to get that line down the middle so that we can see the difference between the two foundations. And I'm in the shade F07 in the shade for Moisture Macy, which is honey. And Moisture Macy only costs 119 Rand. So now we're moving on to Miss Estee Lauder, and I am in the shade Tawny. And this is only the 15 ml size, and it's 440, as well as the full size of this is 795 versus 119 Rand, can I just tell you. And unfortunately I did have to use a lot more product because the formula is more runny than the Moisture Macy. So I did end up using 2 layers just to build up the coverage to match the Moisture Macy side. And I'm not shading Estee because I used Estee Lauder Double Wear for years. So I'm not shading the brand or shading this foundation in any way, shape or form. I'm just trying to give you a dupe or a good alternative for an affordable, much more affordable price. And remember that Moisture Macy is made for South African skin tones and types and the undertones of SA woman. So as you can see, the undertone of the Moisture Macy suits me a lot more better than Estee, because Estee caters to women all over the world, whereas Moisture Macy caters to our South African woman. So yeah, that's the difference between the two foundations. Once it is applied, I did wait about 2 minutes just to let it dry down and settle down into my skin. So now I'm doing the tissue test. And remember, I'm pressing it hard against my skin with the tissue, and then there's no transfer on the Moisture Macy side. And there is a little bit of a transfer on the Estee Lauder side. And then this is my makeup all complete with my powders and everything. And I did set my skin, and we're doing another tissue test. There's nothing on the tissue for the Moisture Macy side. And then for Estee Lauder, there's also no transfer, but remember the no transfer only happens now that the makeup is set with powders. But I am very eager to hear which side you prefer, which side do you like?